What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Support. Today I want to go over some things that I missed from yesterday's video, and I also want to talk about something that's actually punishing veteran players or overachievers in this game, as well as going over the characters in the next banner that we're going to be getting. So the first thing is, in the dailies, they've actually done something pretty amazing here where we actually can get all these little rewards in here, right? There's 50 rubies right there, and there's 100. So they actually gave us for our dailies an extra 50 rubies a day during this event, which is pretty amazing, guys. I mean, an extra 50 rubies, maybe that doesn't seem like much, but that is a little something, something, something. That's about 350 rubies a week, right? During this collaboration, that's going to give you an extra pull, which is nice. So that's something pretty awesome that they did. Also, there's these boxes that are in here, and in those boxes, you can actually get rubies from those too. Now, it's completely RNG, but you can get rubies from there. And then in the weekly missions, they did the same thing, where you can actually get rubies from here. Look at this. So this is the weekly rubies. There's 300 rubies here. So you're going to get 300 rubies there and 100 rubies there. 400 rubies in the week. So not only did they add 50 rubies a day, but they're also giving us another 400 rubies a week for the weeklies. That's pretty awesome. I have to say that is pretty amazing. And not only that, but in the achievement, if you're in a guild or you just now joined a guild, you're going to get this 1,000 rubies. I thought this only applied to the players that weren't in a guild and were just happening to join a guild. But no. If you're already in a guild, you get this 1,000 rubies, which is freaking amazing. That is so awesome. I love it. So wonderful, wonderful job on Netmobile's part when it comes to this. Thank you so much for this. I think this is absolutely amazing. And if you go into the inventory here, well, not inventory, but scroll down here, we go to these boxes that you get from the daily missions and the weekly missions, and you can get rubies. Now, maybe you don't get rubies, but there's summon tokens in here, right? There's some decent things in here, but the fact that they're throwing out extra rubies, there's a chance that you can actually get rubies on top of the rubies that they're giving us, is pretty amazing. Not to mention in the rush event, you're still going to be getting 50, 100 rubies a day from there, which is pretty awesome. Well, 50 rubies a day in the very beginning, and then in the last stage, we'll probably get some more rubies. Not really sure yet because we haven't reached the third day of this collaboration. But let's talk about the next thing, which is the SS Mary event. Now, something I didn't mention in yesterday's video is whenever you start acquiring these tokens here, you have a chance of getting SS Marie, which is pretty amazing now. And she has a crazy leadership. So she's got the increased balance high fighter attack by 45% and the PG rate by 20%. So she's actually going to be freaking amazing for the Immortal Dungeons. But before I talk any more about that, there's something that has been brought to my attention about this event. And that is, in the event, you actually can get these tokens by doing certain achievements. And one of them is level up a fighter 10 times, okay? So level up a fighter 10 times, you think that you could level up any fighter. Well, the problem is, if you're a whale, if you're a veteran player that has all of your characters leveled up, right? You're not going to be able to do this. And the same with the affinity. You will not be able to do this. So this is actually, and the same with limit breaking. So this is actually going to punish players that already have all of their characters leveled up. Now, I realize that most players don't have all their characters leveled up, but I have been getting players in my Discord that have been sending me screenshots of their accounts that are completely all level 50 characters, including the DOA 6, just wailing out. And this is what they're going to get for wailing out? No, I don't think so. No. Netmarble needs to do something about this. They need to change it. And something I want to bring up is, when you level up a fighter, right? Check this out. This is pretty wacky to me. So we'll go to Shane here. So I got Shane at level 2. We're going to go ahead and level her up to level 11. Okay, we'll enhance her, right? So we leveled her up, right? We'll go back in here. It didn't count. So only if you're leveling up from level 1 to level 90, like if they're at level 88 and you level up to level 89, or level 70, level up to 79, whatever, that will work. But if you're leveling up awakened characters, it won't work, which is a bunch of crap. That isn't cool at all. Now, I know some of you think, well, it's only 15 tokens. and they're going to lose, 30 tokens. They're going to lose 45 tokens altogether with the limit breaking, the level up infinity, the level up the fighter. But it's the principle of the matter, right? Everybody should be able to get all of these tokens. I would be making the same complaint for all the free-to-play players as well. If a free-to-play player couldn't do this, I would be just as upset. It's not right. This is something that Netmarble absolutely needs to change, because you're punishing the player base that is supporting your game financially, right? These are the players that are really keeping the game alive for the most part. I mean, we always need free-to-play players. Of course we need free-to-play players. But these players are the ones that are financially keeping this game alive. So they need to address this. They need to change this. They need to make it to where the level up fighter actually works on awakened characters. Really, I think they should just kind of trash it and maybe put something else in here. Maybe just increase the amount of tokens that we get for the other events, like Greek guild members. Maybe increase the tokens there, or maybe in some other place here. That would really rectify this problem. The next thing that I want to mention is in the memories here, whenever you go to Dimensional Exchange, in yesterday's video, I thought that you could only put SS DOA 6 memories here to be able to get a SS memory for any SS character, but that isn't how it is. Actually, only the DOA 6 collaboration memories will work in these slots to give you an SS memory. Now, this is kind of a whatever thing to me, right? It doesn't hurt anybody, but it can help some players out there, right? If you would rather prefer just using your DOA 6 memories, because you can always farm for those memories, you can always get DOA 6 memories by using these clone zeros that you can actually farm in the game to get dimensional invitation tickets. You can use these dimensional invitation tickets to level up your DOA 6 memories instead of having a DOA 6 memory. So the way they set it up is you can actually use your DOA 6 memories as fodder to get a random SS memory. And for some players, this actually might be a pretty good thing. And for players that aren't really worried about it, they don't want to use their DOA 6 memories, then it's fine. I mean, on my free-to-play account, I actually have enough DOA 6 memories that if I wanted to, I could get this SS memory and actually put my Cosme at 3-star if I really wanted to. I mean, I probably won't do that, but knowing that I can farm using the clone zero memories, I don't know, it might actually change your opinion, because if you can get 2 free SS memories, these will work on any SS character in the game. So it's one of those things that's actually really good for a lot of players, and it's one of those things that really doesn't matter for a lot of players. And then we go into the codex. Now, a lot of you mentioned in yesterday's video that, forgo, these characters are in the codex. The video yesterday was so long that I just didn't have time to go through all of these, but let's talk about it. Okay? So the first one is Neo Tingo here, right? Now, these are the characters that are going to be coming in the next banner, and then we'll also talk about Marie as well. But Neo Tingo actually has the increased female fighter attack by 45% and PG rate by 20%, which is insanely good, especially for the relay dungeons, because it's going to work on all female fighters. That is an amazing leadership. And then her core effect, 30% PG rate, and we all saw in the preview that she builds up her PG super fast, and this is definitely one of the reasons why, on top of doing tons of hits with her tornadoes. Then she's got the bleed attack damage increase, decreased active skill cooldowns by 0.25 seconds upon landing an attack on a bleeding target. Okay, so she decreased her skill cooldowns by a little bit, 0.25, a quarter of a second really isn't a whole lot, but okay. And then her PvP exclusive, 50% chance to remove buffs from the target's active skills upon landing an active skill. So no matter what skill she does, she has a 50% chance of removing their buffs. It's actually a very powerful core effect on a 15-second cooldown. And then she has that shield that absorbs 7%, that absorbs damage for 7 seconds when attacked if HP is 50% or more. So she's kind of like the opposite of Zero, where she's going to have this thing at 100% HP. She's actually going to get this shield at 100% HP, and then removes the shield when attacked 20 times, which is the same as BS0 on a 25-second cooldown, and then the same Dead or Alive passive. The shield is very, very powerful. I mean, during that 7 seconds, they're not going to take any damage. She will not take any damage unless they do 20 hits very, very quickly. It's pretty powerful skill, guys. A pretty powerful core effect. And then she has a wonderful increased attack based off defenses by 47%. That's massive, especially for a defensive character. So her damage is going to go skyrocketing. She has the bloodshed, right? And then she can decrease HP recovery by 80%. So if they have a heal, she's going to be decreasing their HP recovery. And then she has hyper armor. She increases the target's damage received by 22%, which is a massive, great buff. And then this is a interrupt skill that's limited to when airborne. So if a character, say for example, if a character grabs you, they do a grab and they pick you up off the ground, you can actually use this skill. Whereas the regular interrupt skills, they don't work. That's pretty damn powerful. That's pretty damn powerful. Especially the more and more grab characters we get that are OP in this game. Like Kyo, like, SS Kyo, SS Iori, BS Chrysalid. And then in the third skill, she has an increased attack by 35% for 8 seconds. Now, in the past, when we've seen something like this, on King, we actually test this. Attack stones actually work better on this character, although we don't have her yet. She'll come in the next banner. And then you got her default, and then her striker gives her a heal. So we'll take a look at her skills. By the way, I think Neo Tingo looks freaking amazing. Oh yeah, I mean, she's gonna build her PG so fast. This is pretty much exactly what we all saw. These are the exact same skills that we've seen already from the swimsuit version of this character. Still looks cool though. By the way, I've been having some fun with swimsuit Neo Tingo on my free-to-play account. So Neo Tingo looks super strong. She's going to be a monstrous character. She is an SS character, so that is something to keep in mind. And then we have Marie here. Now Marie's a character that we can actually get free from that event, and she has once again an amazing leadership for balanced type fighters that increases their attack and their PG rate by 20%. These leaderships like this are so good for the Immortal Dungeons, especially considering that she can apply this to all balanced type fighters, right? And, whereas with Neo Tingo, she can apply to all females. Just great leaderships. And then Marie's got the 30% PG rate, which is massive, especially with that leadership. And then she got the decreased damage received from defensive type fighters by 6%. Very good. And then she got decreased damage received by 75% when attacked if HP is 50%. And 50% chance to stun the attackers for 3 seconds when attacked on a 10-second cooldown. Ooh, that's going to be powerful unless she's facing a character that's immune to stun. That's going to be powerful, man. 3-second stun. Wow. So she could actually build up her PG. Even if they have their hyper armor up, she can still build up her PG really quick because she does have that 30% PG rate in her core. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. And then she gains 20% power when combo count is 10 or higher. These girls are going to build up their PG so fast. This is crazy. They're going to be doing their super so quick. And then she resets her strike active skill cooldown upon landing Felicita Parmenter. Hopefully I said that right. On a 15-second cooldown and deals Starlight damage equal to 80% of attack to the target upon landing attack. Starlight, my friends. Then she has hyper armor. So she's got the decreased damage received core. She's got the hyper armor. And this is an interrupt skill that can only be used while standing. So her feet have to be on the ground and she has to be in a standing position in order for this to work. And then her PvP exclusive, disable the target's active skills for 4 seconds while landing skill. Very powerful. Then her second skill increases damage received by 26%. I really like the increased target's damage received because that's a really insane buff for these characters. And she has super armor. And this is a character that you can actually get for free. Just crazy hyper armor, super armor. Wow. And then she has increased penetration by 1400. So she's going to be weakening the defenses of her opponents. She has an attack buff. She deals Starlight damage. Wow. And then it increases damage received by 15%. Just wow. These characters, man, OP guys, they're going to be OP. Seriously. Oh, yeah. I did find Marie pretty fun to play on my free-to-play account. But this one's definitely going to be a much better version, obviously. Because she is an SS, right? She's got a lot more things going on in her kit than the swimsuit version, but still. The swimsuit version is still going to be pretty good. I love that ending kick that she does. That's really nice. Strong looking character, my friend. Strong looking character. Then we get into swimsuit Kasumi. Now, Kasumi looks amazing, right? All these character models look absolutely gorgeous. Their face just look, mwah, right? And of course, their bodies do too, right? But she is a green defensive fighter, and then she increases DOA 6 fighters attack by 60% and decrease HP by 10%. Whether or not these girls are going to be guild raid monsters, I haven't seen any videos yet. I've been very, very busy. Remains to be seen. But if that's the case, then this leadership might be OP for that. If she can survive, we'll see. Let's take a look at her kit and see what she's got going on. So she has a 20% PG rate increase. She's got poison attack damage increase. So maybe a guild raid character for Nightmare Geese on Expert. She decreased damage received by 85%, which is very good for 4 seconds when attacked on a 15-second cooldown. And this is even better. She gains damage immunity for 3 seconds upon using her active grab skills, which is awesome. She only has to use the skill. She doesn't have to land it. So you're going to have damage immunity in her kit. You're going to have the decreased damage received, which is nice, man. This girl's going to have some pretty good survivability because of this. And then she has increased attack by 35% when HP is 80% or more. Very, very nice. It's going to be really important to keep her HP above that 80% mark, so you always got that extra damage. And then gains 10% power when combo counts 10 above. They did this gain power when your combo count is a certain amount and above on a lot of these characters. It's just going to make their PG gain so insane. And then she deals venom damage on her first skill. It's a lasting dot effect. She also has super armor on skills. So she's got a super armor core effect. She got super armor on her first skill. And then, of course, she got the immunity from her core effect. Lots of good things in her kit, man. She's got an increased attack by 45% defenses, which is great. She's going to buff up for attack. Something fierce. Then she's got the freeze. Very, very nice. Then she has a 100% chance to reset the cooldowns upon landing. Deals poison damage she has dot explosion on her third skill, which is insane. That is crazy that she has dot explosion on this skill. And the only cooldown on this thing is the cooldown for the skill. And this is only a 10.5-second cooldown. That's strong, my friends. That is strong. And then all team members obtain 15% power, which is actually a pretty good striker effect. Oh, yeah. You know, and the fact that she's got immunity, she could really be good for Expert. She could be amazing for Expert Nightmare Geese. She's got some night buffs. She might be a decent alternative to BS0. We'll see. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I actually prefer, like aesthetically wise, I actually prefer the other version of this character. I think she looks a little bit better. But still, I mean, she still looks awesome, right? She still looks amazing. Then we get into the swimsuit version of Honaka. And got him. Okay, first of all, gorgeous. Second of all, the leadership. Increased DOA 6 fighter attack by 45% and the PG rate by 20%. So they're giving us 3 characters that have this insane PG rate in the next banner. So, I mean, some people might look at that and think, man, you might already pulled, might be regretting it. Maybe you won't, maybe you will. I don't think you're really going to regret it because the characters in this banner now are super powerful. But if you're needing like leaderships for the Immortal Dungeons, maybe this would have been something to consider. Then we have the core effect with the burn damage increase. The increased damage by 18% on critical hit, which is massive. Means she's going to hit very, very hard. She has a 20% PG rate increase core effect. Stuns for 3 seconds upon attacking targets affected by burn or starlight. Okay, so she's got a nice little CC effect. That's going to be good for PvP. And then her PvP exclusive applies the buffs from the active skills owned by the target for 5 seconds upon landing an active skill. So essentially, she's going to be applying the buffs that your opponent has to them when she uses her skill on a 10-second cooldown. If I'm reading that right, that's exactly what this is. And so she's going to take everything they have, all their damage increases and buffs, give them to herself and apply it to the target. If I'm reading that right, that is insane. And then increases active skill damage dealt to the targets affected by burn and starlight by 50%. Nice. And then, of course, the gain 20% power when a combo count is 10 or above. Wow. And then she has hyper armor. She applies eternal flame. And then this can be used. This is an interrupt skill. This is only going to work whenever she's standing on the ground. And then she has the decreased critical rate by 80% and defense by 30%. It's the decreased defenses by 30% is actually extremely powerful because she's going to do a lot of damage because of that. And then she also gets a nice attack buff, becomes immune to damage for 4 seconds, which is awesome. So she's got hyper armor. She has a 4-second immunity. I mean, these girls look so strong. And then her third skill deals starlight damage. Wow. And then 70% chance to reset the cooldown on successful attack. So she can actually reset this skill. And then the power gain. Wow. And the play that I've already done with Honaka on my free-to-play account, I gotta say, man, she combos super well, really fun. Her basics seem to be really strong. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this version. Very, very, very nice. Very nice, very nice. All super strong characters. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So, I mean, all these DOA 6 characters, whether they're regular DOA 6 or whether they're the SS versions, they're all going to be super, super strong. But I really do think Netmarble needs to address the issues here so that all the players can get the same amount of tokens so they all have a chance of getting Marie. Everybody needs these tokens. It's not cool to be punishing your player-based Netmarble, so that's something you definitely need to address. And I will mention again that I do not like it that collaboration characters are SS versions. That is a massive bum deal. It is good that they did give us this way of combining their memories to get the SS memories here. So, I mean, you can always take your DOA 6 characters, your collaboration characters. You can put them in here. I know a lot of people aren't going to want to do that, but just know that, I mean, if you have a lot of these memories right here, right? So I got nine of these. I can get 2 of those memories easily. So if you have 6 of these, you can get 2 of those memories. The only thing, it would have been a little bit better if they would have made this unlimited instead of just only allowing 2. But maybe that would have made it too easy for a lot of the players. And maybe that's why they didn't want to do that. Really, to me, that's really the biggest downer for this. But again, I don't like it that they did make some of these characters SS versions because the appeal of collaboration characters is always the fact that we can always level them up. You could just get the character and then you could stop at that and you could actually save your rubies and conserve them for both banners since they like to put 2 banners in here. That is something that I don't really care for. But the fact that they increased the ruby count on the weeklies, on the dailies, the fact that they're giving more rubies in those boxes really is amazing. It's pretty awesome that they did that. So let me know how y'all doing in the game. Let me know what characters you've gotten, what cards you've gotten. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.